The Zoom is on.
Thank you. Quiet, please. Keep it on. Good morning and welcome to the subcommittee hearing on landmarks, public siting, and disposition. At this time, please silence all electronic devices. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and one of us, the Sergeant at Arms, will kindly assist you. At no time, please do not approach the dais. Thank you very much for your kind cooperation. Chair, we're ready to begin.
Good morning. Welcome to the meeting of Subcommittee on Landmarks, Public Sightings, and Dispositions. I am Councilmember Camila Hanks, and I'm the chair of the subcommittee. Today I'm joined by my colleagues, Councilmember Marte and Councilmember Salam. Before we begin with today's agenda, I will remind everyone that this meeting is being held in a hybrid format. For members of the public wishing to testify remotely, we ask that you first register online, and you may do so now by visiting www.council.nyc.gov/land use to sign up, and then sign on to the Zoom and remain signed on until you have testified. For anyone with us today in person wishing to testify, if you have not already done so, please see one of the sergeants to fill out a speaker's card and we will call your name at the appropriate time. For anyone wishing to submit written testimony on the items being heard today, we will ask that you please send it via email to landusetestimony@council.nyc.gov. Include the land use number and/or the project name in the subject line of your email. Video and audio testimony will not be accepted. I will remind members of the public that this is a government proceeding and that decorum shall be observed at all times. And as such, members of the public shall remain silent unless and until called to testify. The witness table is reserved for people who wish to testify. No video recording or photography is allowed from the witness table. Further, members of the public that may not present audio or video recordings as testimony but may submit transcripts of such recordings to the sergeant for inclusion in the hearing record. On today's agenda, we have hearings for the following land use items: Health and Hospitals Operating Agreement and application for the transfer of 9 properties from city to the New York City Health and Hospitals Corporation, known as H&H. 1093-1095 Jerome Avenue, an application by HPD for an urban development action area project in Councilmember Stevens District in the Bronx. 2201 Davidson Avenue, an application for HPD for an Article 11 tax exemption, an urban development action area project in Councilmember Sanchez's district in the Bronx. I will note that the items related to the Brownsville NCP proposal in Councilmembers Nurse and Mealy's district are laid over and will be heard at a later date. So now I will open the public hearing for the 2 related pre-considered land use items for 2201 Davidson Avenue project submitted by HPD for the approval of an urban development action area project and a real estate property exemption for property located in the Bronx in Councilmember Sanchez's district. Appearing today for this proposal, we have Arvind Sidhwani, Christian Sanguil, and Kelly Labatz for HPD. I apologize for your names. I apologize. From HPD. Those wishing to testify must register online by visiting the council's website at council.nyc.gov/land use. Council, will you please administer the affirmation?
Panelists, would you please raise your right hand and state your name for the record?
Arvind Sindwani.
Carrie Labatz.
Christian Senegal.
And do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in your testimony before this subcommittee and in answer to all council member questions?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Thank you, applicant panelists. Please begin. For the viewing public, if you need an accessible version of this presentation, please send an email request to landusetestimony@council.nyc.gov. Now, the applicant team may begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Hanks and members of the subcommittee. Good morning. Good to see you all. My name is Arvind Sindwani, Executive Director of Government Affairs at the Department of Housing Preservation and Development. Today we'll be presenting on 2201 Davidson in Councilmember Sanchez's district, a third-party transfer application by HPD. Next slide. The proposed project is the utilization of HPD's third-party transfer program to transfer ownership and responsibility for the rehabilitation of 220105 Davidson Avenue to Neighborhood Restore HDFC as the interim owner prior to the disposition to the prospective developer, Lemley and Wolf, for the purpose of maintaining approximately 48 units of affordable housing at the property. We have two actions before the subcommittee today. Number one, the Urban Development Action Area designation and project approval, as well as an Article 11 tax exemption. Next slide. Just a slide for the location and context of the building. The lot area is about 10,000 square feet, close to public transit, and in Councilmember Sanchez's district. Next slide. So just to walk the subcommittee through the history of the site, the building was initially identified for the third-party transfer program Round 10 back in 2015. The owner subsequently filed for bankruptcy in September later that year and was dismissed in October 2018. When the property filed for bankruptcy, or the property owner filed for bankruptcy, the property was removed from the TPT round, and the property has continued to accrue arrears since. The action was restarted on October 7th, 2024, after the default judgment of foreclosure was entered by the courts. The owner has not contested the filing of the notice of foreclosure, nor tried to redeem the property. Since then, HPD, and for many, many years actually, HPD has completed a significant amount of emergency repairs pertaining to roof repairs, heating repairs, plumbing repairs, lead abatement, mold abatement, and the installation of window guards. I'll have some numbers to provide more specificity on those repairs later. And the building has been in the alternative enforcement program for several years now. Next slide. On this slide, you can see some of the current conditions. This was photographed in April and May 2024. These are a mix of vacant and occupied units. A lot of the tenants, experience these conditions each and every day. Our AEP, the Alternative Enforcement Program staff, are at the building frequently. We make repairs for the most immediate health and safety issues, but it's not right for these tenants to be experiencing this in their daily lives. Next slide. And here are just some other conditions that are in occupied units and in the public hallways. A lot of the tenants have banded together to provide a budget for maintenance and just to keep the building afloat. Next slide. Here are some of the numbers for the municipal arrears in debt. As you can see, DOF arrears are $26.5 million, DEP arrears $560,000. That totals about $27 million in municipal arrears. In terms of emergency repair charges, HPD has put $1.1 million into the building. Again, for the most emergency repairs, that's boilers, window guards, and self-closing doors, waste disposal, things like that. The AEP fees have totaled about $80,000. Total B and C class violations, Class B and C violations to date is 630. Most recently, we were confronted with about a $1.3 million Con Ed arrear bill. HPD is now paying for the utilities on site. Next slide. So in terms of the existing unit mix, there's 2 studios, 28 one-bedrooms, 18 two-bedrooms. Under the TPT program, Neighborhood Restore will take title as the interim owner after the transfer action. The future sponsor, Lemley and Wolf, will work with HPD and the tenants to rehabilitate the building to create affordable housing units with affordability restrictions. The tenants were allowed an opportunity to indicate an interest in converting to a limited equity HDFC co-op, which over 80% of the tenants signed to petition. If for any reason tenants do not meet milestones to convert to a cooperative, the building will remain a rental project at the rent and income restrictions set by the Multifamily Dispositions and Finance Programs term sheet. In our last slide, the tenant relocation plan. So currently we don't have, we can't determine the kind of depth and length of relocation, given that a lot of scoping and analysis of the building's physical needs will need to be done in partnership with Neighborhood Restore and Lemley and Wolf. However, tenants may need to be temporarily relocated depending on the level of rehab. The program policy does require tenants to enter into relocation agreements with the sponsor. HPD reviews those relocation agreements, and of course, all tenants have a right to return to the building if relocated. And that concludes today's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before we ask questions for this panel, I will pause to allow Councilmember Sanchez to make a statement, and after her statement, I will return to the questions. Thank you. Councilmember, you can begin.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madam Chair. And I just want to start by thanking HPD for all your work on this building. Arvin just said it all, but just to put this into context, because this is one of the buildings in the city of New York that makes the least sense to me. Nearly $28 million in municipal arrears, 600 open HPD violations, 90 DOB violations, nearly 60 Department of Health violations. We're talking about mold, water damage, collapsed ceilings and structures because of that water damage, vermin. People in this building, my neighbors who live in this building, have been living in these deplorable conditions for over 10 years. This building, as Arvin has mentioned, has been through the Alternative Enforcement Program, which is one of the city's strongest enforcement programs with escalating fines, a heightened presence of all of the enforcement agencies knocking on the doors, looking at the building all the time and issuing more fines. This building has also been tried to take, the city has tried to take this building through TPT in the past and was not able to do so. This building has attempted to go through 7A. And my point is that the city's programs, which are some of the strongest in the nation, have failed this building, have failed my neighbors. And so today, after petitioning, after taking office and petitioning HPD to reopen a TPT process and try to take this building away from this terrible management, terrible landlord. We're here today to talk about an Article 11 for the future of this building, and the urban area development project approval for the future of this building. But Chair Hanks, I just want to take this opportunity to be very clear with New Yorkers, to be very clear with colleagues. In New York City, there are nearly 10,000 buildings that are falling apart like this. This is not new. This is not something that happened to 2201-5 Davidson a couple years ago. They've been fighting for attention and for fixes for over a decade. And the city has not had the tools that it needs to enforce, to properly enforce the ultimate stick. And we have legislation in the city council, it's Intro 1063, that would give HPD the authority through HPD, the law department, through a fair legal process to really finally act on these properties and take away the properties from and transfer them to responsible ownership. So that's Intro 1063, the Housing Rescue and Resident Protection Act. And so I just want to impress upon all of us, right, that we especially in this time where we have limited resources, dwindling resources being stolen from our city, from the federal government, and we're tight in terms of the state and the city, in terms of the state and city's budget, right, we're going to be facing pressures. Projects like this, authority like this, to give HPD the power and to give the city the power to act on behalf of residents and New Yorkers who are struggling is of the utmost importance. So 1063 offers a path forward, and it's directly responsive to the flaws that plagued the past rounds of TPT. We know that the third-party transfer in the past was checkered. It was administered in ways that were problematic, but we can address all of those problems, all of those challenges, and use the tool in the right way. And the right way is to make sure that buildings like this, like 2201 Davidson, don't have residents who are living in these deplorable conditions, kids growing up and developing asthma and other health conditions because of how we are forcing them to live by not acting. So thank you so much, Chair Hanks, for the time and opportunity. And HPD, thank you for your partnership on this building, and let's bring this to more properties across the city of New York.
Thank you so much, Councilmember. I just have one question. You may have discussed this during the presentations, but would you please clarify the timeline for this project?
Good morning. Thank you for your question. This property was identified along with other TPT Round 10 properties in 2015. The property did file for bankruptcy, which interrupted their ability to proceed with transferring via the TPT action. That bankruptcy was resolved in 2018, and the owner, we are now working with the property as well as Neighborhood Restore and the law department to do the transfer now to Neighborhood Restore as the interim owner.
So that timeline is,
I'm sorry, could you elaborate? May I ask for?
okay. Thank you. I just didn't, just to elaborate.
That was the timeline. So now we are working to transfer the property to Neighborhood Restore in early spring.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Sanchez asked me to ask a few questions. Does HPD expect that the temporary relocation of tenants will be necessary?
We are, when the property is transferred, Lemley and Wolf, who is the sponsor for the tenants that I've identified, Lemley and Wolf is the sponsor, will do a full comprehensive scope of work that HPD will work to fund with city subsidy along with other sources. We don't know the extent of the work at this time, so are not able to speak to what type, timeline, or extent of relocation may be necessary.
Can you tell me what that process would look like and how the agency will guarantee that tenants can exercise their right to return?
Sure. Tenants are offered a temporary relocation agreement. The agency reviews that agreement. All tenants have a right to return to their units, and we'll work with Lemley and Wolf being the lead on the relocation to find suitable units for relocation, either within the building or externally.
How long does that typically take to find a, to relocate?
It depends on the timing of the relocation. So if tenants are relocated after we do our transaction closing, depending on the timeline for the work. So I would say, typically it would take between 1 and 2 years to develop the scope of work. We would close on financing, and if relocation is necessary before we are able to provide financing, Lemley and Wolf will work with tenants to find units. Otherwise, tenants will be relocated if necessary to complete that scope of work. So it's very much dependent on the type of work that's needed, the conditions in the building, and whether they need to be relocated prior or post-closing.
Thank you. How will new rents be determined?
So our term sheet will give guidelines for the rents. Tenants in place will typically have rents set no higher than 60% AMI. For vacant units, we have a max of 120% AMI. No tenants will be rent burdened as part of the rent setting. So tenants are offered a preferential rent up to 30% of their income, capped by 60% AMI in terms of their individual rent setting.
And that individual rent setting is based on their income?
That's right, with a maximum of 60%.
With the max, okay, thank you.
Chair, I would also add, sorry to interrupt, we would also use resources like Section 8 vouchers to bridge any gaps if necessary.
So, so how will rents or the new rents be different from the existing rents?
I don't know that we have a good handle on what the existing rents are. So we do know that typically for TPT projects and for many projects that come into HPD's preservation pipeline, we do need to increase rents because the rents are not sufficient to operate the building. We always have a focus on not rent burdening tenants. So always ensuring that we are setting a maximum program rent, which is that 60% AMI that I referenced, but that tenants individually, their households, will not pay more than 30% of their income.
Thank you. If the building successfully converts to a limited equity co-op, how would the maintenance payments compare to the post-rehabilitation rents?
I don't think I can give a good answer on that right now, not understanding what the building's operational needs are going to be or having a financing in place. But
What would be reasonable?
I don't think I could answer that. We want to make sure that rents are and maintenance are affordable to the tenants in place and no one is rent burdened or burdened by the maintenance at that time.
Thank you. Can Neighborhood Restore commit to regular meetings with the council to ensure the rehabilitation and relocation is proceeding as planned, which I know that was your question, council member, but it's also mine.
So we do have Sal from Neighborhood Restore here present for that question. I think if he could be sworn in to respond.
Yes, please.
Can I sit where I am?
Yeah, but before, you're just going to administer an affirmation. So could you please raise your right hand and state your name for the record?
Salvatore Davola.
And do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in your testimony before the subcommittee and an answer to all council member questions?
I do.
Thank you. You may begin.
Please proceed.
Yeah, the question again, I'm sorry.
So, Neighborhood Restore, will they commit to regular meetings and, updating the council member on the rehabilitation and the relocation proceeding as planned? Meaning that, are you going to follow your timeline? And if the timeline is off, will you be able to reach out to the council member and to and whoever's involved to make sure that it's proceeding as planned?
Yes, of course. We've had many conversations with the councilwoman and her staff up to this point, and we will continue to do that. I do want to make one clarifying issue. You were talking about rents, and to make the distinction, when we take title to the buildings, we determine what the existing rents are of the existing residents, and during our interim ownership of the properties, we don't increase the rent. We keep the rent at the same level that the residents were paying at the time prior to the foreclosure. The changes in the rent occur when the property goes through the construction financing into the subsequent ownership, which is what Kerry was mentioning.
Thank you so much. So I'd like to recognize any of my colleagues if they have any questions or remarks. You do. Seeing none, thank you. This applicant panel is now excused. Thank you, council member. Council, are there any members of the public who wish to testify on this item?
Yes, I have a couple of names here. If you gave a card and were intending to speak, just let me know. Todd Baker, were you intending? You can come up. Susanna Therion. And Karen Bays. Not for this project. I apologize. I wrote the wrong one. Was there, if anybody else needs to testify in person on this project, you both go up to the panel. Please just give a card to the Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you. Just as a reminder, if other council members have questions, the witnesses are asked to remain online or stay seated at the microphone after the testimony until they are excused. For those participating online, once you or your group has been excused following any questions, participants may continue to view the live stream broadcast of this hearing on the council's website. Members of the public, you'll be given 2 minutes to speak. Please do not begin until the Sergeant at Arms has started the clock. We will now hear from the first panel. Red means go.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Karen. I work at Northwest Bronx Community and Clergy Coalition. I'm a tenant organizer of 2205 Davidson Avenue. And the Northwest Bronx has been organizing these tenants for 10 years now. Together, we've been hosting multiple press conferences, trying to hold the landlord accountable. And these tenants have been suffering through the conditions that you guys have seen on the screen. Ceiling collapses, mold and tents, heat and hot water. Like they didn't have a working boiler during the December Christmas holiday season. And so this has been a long time coming for these tenants. We've utilized a lot of the city's mechanisms to bring the landlord accountable, and that includes multiple housing proceedings that the tenants have filed with the Legal Aid Society. And to no avail, these are landlords that kind of come in, they don't really show face, they send their lawyers in and they don't really give a proper explanation to the building's future. And last year, we organized a cleanup where the tenants kind of invited volunteers and also banded together to clean their own building. And these are tenants that are demonstrating that they are committed to their building, committed to living in their building. And this is something that they're really excited about, the cooperative structure that they'll be coming into. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Todd. I'm a project manager at the Northwest Bronx Community and Clergy Coalition. Thank you for allowing us to speak this morning. As Karen mentioned, we have been in this building organizing for over a decade, trying to demand accountability from this landlord, and we couldn't be more excited now to be a part of bringing the much needed renovation that the building needs, and also to offer the opportunity for these residents to become cooperative owners of their building. We think that, no building really better represents the potential of the third-party transfer program than a building like this, where the tenants have taken such an active role already in operating and managing their community. This has been a really collaborative process to bring it to this point. We've worked really closely with Councilmember Sanchez's office, with Legal Aid, with HPD, with Neighborhood Restore, and it was, our organization that worked with the tenants to engage Lemley and Wolf. We specifically brought in Lemley and Wolf because it's a developer who has a really strong track record in the Bronx, who has, mission alignment, we believe, with our focus on community ownership and resident governance. They embraced our involvement of the Bronx Community Land Trust, which would support these cooperative owners to be permanently stable and affordable. And they also have a strong track record and capacity specifically with relocation, which is something you mentioned, although we're not sure exactly how or if that would be necessary. In the building, as Karen mentioned, there's already a leadership group that is collecting a maintenance fee that's hired a super. This is the foundation of what could serve as a cooperative board. They have been engaged in educating their neighbors about home ownership. They would be providing feedback on the major renovation of the building, and they would be trained to really become operators and to work with all the third-party vendors and managers that would be necessary to sustain the property. Our goal is for the renovation to have, really high environmental standards, and for this to be an opportunity to stabilize families and seniors in our community. Thank you very much. We look forward to working with you all.
Thank you so much. Oh, perfect. So we have one person wishing to testify online. Edward Garcia, you may begin. Oh, and I'd like to recognize Councilmember Felice has joined us. Edward, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, there's a transition in getting from a panelist, from a participant to a panelist. Thank you all for allowing me to. Oops, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great, thank you. My name is Edward Garcia. I currently serve as a co-organizing director at Northwest Bronx Community and Clergy Coalitions, and I work with my two colleagues in person, Karen and Todd. And we are really happy that this has been brought to this committee and hope to see the best outcome for 2205 Davison. And I just wanted to highlight that 2205 Davison tenants have been fighting for the last decade. I personally have been along with them for the last decade, and their commitment to building a building that is safe and affordable for them has been inspiring. I just wanted to mention that the tenants have exhausted, as Councilmember Sanchez mentioned, every single enforcement mechanism available to them, from HPs, as most recent as 7A, which was not supported, unfortunately, in 2020. The tenants of Davison have suffered over a decade of conditions that have been a threat to their safety, and they continue to stick together and have been organizing together while ensuring that their neighbors are safe.
Mr. Garcia, have you completed? Do we have? Mr. Garcia?
Sorry, can you hear me? Sorry, my connections have been unstable.
Now we can hear you.
Great, thank you. I would lastly mention that we are really excited for the opportunity to work together with residents in the second stage of this process and have a strong possible. We're hopeful that Lemley and Wolf will work with Northwest Bronx and with the tenant associations to reach the next milestone and improve living conditions for residents and for the building in general. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Are there any council members with questions for any of the folks that have speaking today? There being no more questions for this witness panel is now excused. Do you want to call up the next? So if there are any remote participants who wish to testify and have not already done so, please press the raise hand button now. If you are here with us in person, please see the Sergeant at Arms to first fill out a speaker card. Seeing none, we'd like to, okay, with no other members of the public who wish to testify regarding the pre-considered land use items for 2201 Davidson Avenue, this public hearing is now closed and the items are laid over. I will now open the public hearing for land use number 238. An application submitted by the New York City Department of Citywide Administrative Services to facilitate the transfer by the lease of 9 city-owned properties to NYC Health and Hospitals Corporation in the districts of council members Hudson, Osei, Banks, Marte, Abreu, Ayala, Stevens, and Dinowitz. I will now recognize any council members who would like to make an opening statement. Councilmember Marte?
Thank you. No statement.
Okay, thank you. Appearing today on this proposal on behalf of NYC Health and Hospital Corporation is Maydel de la Cruz, Jeremy Berman, and Leonora Dantif. Those wishing to testify remotely must register online by visiting the council's website at council.nyc.gov/land use. Council, will you please administer the affirmation?
Panelists, would you please raise your right hand and state your name for the record? Make sure it's red.
Leora Jontef.
Maydel de la Cruz.
Jeremy Berman.
And do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in your testimony before this subcommittee and in answer to all council member questions?
Yes.
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 Thank you, applicant panelists. For the viewing public, if you need an accessible version of this presentation, please send an email to request to landusetestimony@council.nyc.gov. This applicant panel team may begin.
Thank you. Good morning, Chairperson Hanks and members of the Subcommittee on Landmarks, Public Sightings, and Dispositions. My name is Maydel de la Cruz. I'm Assistant Vice President for Government and Community Affairs at New York City Health and Hospitals. As mentioned, I'm joined by my colleagues, Leora Jontef, Assistant Vice President for Housing and Real Estate, and Jeremy Berman, our Deputy General Counsel. We are here before you this morning to discuss Health and Hospitals operating agreement under land use number 0238-2025. Next slide, please. New York City Health and Hospitals is a public benefit corporation that was created by the New York State statute in 1969. In 1970, the city and New York City Health and Hospitals entered an operating agreement, which it still follows to this day. Prior to that operating agreement, the city operated what we know now as New York City Health and Hospitals as the New York City Department of Hospitals. Under this operating agreement from 1970, properties owned by the City of New York and used as part of our health system are leased to New York City Health and Hospitals for as long as New York City Health and Hospitals exist. For reasons we can only guess at, properties have not been added to this lease since it was agreed to in 1970. Our closest understanding is that they were either not existent before the enabling statute or they weren't considered hospitals before then. So we're here this morning to request approval for amending this operating agreement to correct these oversights and add 9 properties to our operating agreement. Not correcting the operating agreement leads to confusion. It leads Health and Hospital unable to explain to third parties the nature of our relationship to these 9 properties. And recently, this has delayed by close to 2 years New York City Health and Hospitals' receipt of approximately $10 million in federal American Rescue Plan grants. Next slide, please. This slide lists the 9 properties that are currently not in our operating agreement. It includes 2 hospitals that did not start operations until the signature of the operating agreement, which are North Central Bronx and Woodhull Hospital. It also includes 6 clinics. In Manhattan, we have 2. One is our Gotham and post-acute care site, Gouverneur, and the Lower Washington Heights Health Center. In Brooklyn, we have 2 clinics as well, Gotham East New York and Gotham Cumberland. And finally, in the Bronx, we have 3 clinics, Gotham Belvis, Gotham Morrisania, and our old Lincoln Recovery Center. Next slide, please. Starting with Manhattan, we have Gouverneur, which operates both as a post-acute care center and an outpatient center. It has been operating since 1972, and services offered here include primary care, rehabilitation services, hospice care, and palliative care. It also has a 295-bed skilled nursing facility. Next slide, please. Next in Manhattan is the Lower Washington Heights Health Center. New York City Health and Hospitals currently does not occupy this space, but it has been in the New York City Health and Hospitals portfolio since 1974. Next slide, please. Moving to Brooklyn, we have the Gotham Cumberland site. It's been in operation since 1962. Services offered here include adult medicine, pediatrics, women's health, behavioral health. We also have a pharmacy at this site. And this property also includes FDNY EMS station and a DHS shelter. Next slide, please. Also in Brooklyn is our Woodhull Hospital, which many, if not all of you, may be familiar with, at least in name. Woodhull Hospital has been in operation since 1982. Services offered include our emergency department, comprehensive psychiatric emergency, ambulatory surgery, mental health services, outpatient, rehabilitation for chemical dependent, also outpatient, dental, magnetic resonance imaging, maternity care, and primary care. Next slide. Finally, in Brooklyn, we have our outpatient site, Gotham East New York. East New York has been in operation since at least 1976. Services offered include pediatrics and adolescent care, immunizations, women's health, prenatal and postpartum care, family planning and reproductive health, asthma care, diabetes care, mental health screening, foot care, social services, and vision and eye care. Next slide. To conclude, here are our Bronx sites, beginning with another hospital you all may know, North Central Bronx. North Central Bronx has been in operation since 1976. Services offered include the emergency department, ambulatory surgery, and mental health and chemical dependent services via outpatient. Next slide. Next is our outpatient site at Gotham Morrisania. Morrisania has been in operation since 1973. Services there offered include pediatrics and adolescent care, immunizations, women's health, prenatal and postpartum care, family planning, asthma care, and similar to all of our other Gotham sites. Next slide. Next is the Lincoln Recovery Center, formerly known as the Mott Haven Health Center. This property was in operation from 1931 to 2012 and is currently vacant. Next slide. And finally, we end with our outpatient site, Gotham Belvis. Belvis has been in operation since 1974. Services offered include pediatrics and adolescent care, immunizations, diabetes care, social services, asthma care, family planning and reproductive health, and many others listed here. So this concludes our presentation. Thank you for allowing us to present before you on this important matter to our system, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, applicant panelists. For the viewing public, if you need the accessible version of this presentation, please, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Sorry. Where am I? Yeah, sorry. Apologies. Does any of my colleagues have any questions on this? Councilmember Marte.
Thank you for being here. And just to confirm that this is just procedural, none of the services are going to change or be eliminated from any of these facilities.
Yes, that is correct. This would not change the operations. Everything will remain as is, except a very technical cleanup and paperwork.
Great. And for the vacant lots that you shown previously in the previous slides, would this make it easier to potentially construct new facilities because the way funding works, it would be able to go directly to H&H?
Yeah.
I would say that it makes it clearer how it happens, not necessarily easier, but currently it's somewhat unclear what is the appropriate procedure to follow.
Okay. Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you, Councilmember. Thank you. This applicant panel is now excused. Council, are there any members of the public who wish to testify on this item?
Yes, there's 2 online.
Okay. So I'd like to call Ms. Acosta Pele and Douglas Bomberg. Just as a reminder.
Yes,
Hold on 1 second. Thank you. Hold on. As a reminder, if I or the council members have questions, witnesses are asked to remain online or to stay seated here at the microphone after their testimony until they are excused. For those participating online, once you or your group have been excused from any following questions, participants may continue to view the live stream broadcast of this hearing on the council website. The members of the public will be given 2 minutes to speak, and please do not begin until the Sergeant-at-Arms has started the clock. And so now we can hear from the first panel, Mr. Douglas Bomberg.
good morning. Thank you for allowing me to speak this morning. I'm speaking on behalf of Heritage Health and Housing, a not-for-profit corporation that's been providing Harlem residents with quality health, dental, vision, and mental health services for more than 50 years. And we've been doing this at our long-term home at 1727 Amsterdam Avenue, one of the properties that's being discussed today. Heritage has been in the process of relocating to a new location, which it owns 4 blocks down the street, and working with the city in order to make sure we make a smooth transition to our new location. But this building will not be ready until towards the end of 2026. So we're asking the subcommittee's support for its stay in its current home through no later than the end of 2026, or until such time as the new space is ready under Department of Buildings, as well as approved by Department of Health. Heritage Health and Housing Center is a federally qualified health center, 50 years experience in providing innovative, high-quality, comprehensive care, including internal medicine, pediatrics, dentistry, vision, podiatry, women's health, psychiatric, social work, care coordination, cardiology to our neighbors in Harlem, Bronx, and Upper Manhattan through a patient-based care system that we use, multidisciplinary care, and serve all the populations on an equal manner. In addition to that, we also do housing, and the building that we're relocating to does have an agreement with New York City HPD to provide housing for individuals that have recently been homeless, with assistance and support programs to become better community members. So the building that we're moving into is a building that we own, and it will be divided between a health center and continuing to offer 84 units. I know it is the city's desire to redevelop the site at 1727
Time is expired, Mr.
Avenue.
Blomberg. Your time is expired. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can submit your testimony via written comments to land use testimony at council.nyc.gov. Next, we will hear from Pertania Acosta Pele.
You may begin.
Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you though, and I had my Bluetooth on.
Well, we can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you now. Okay, so I would just like to yield my time to Mr. Douglas Blomberg for his testimony.
No, I'm sorry, it's not possible.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Please proceed.
No, that's what I wanted to do, but you're saying that I'm not able to do that, so I would just, I'm not going to testify.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your testimony. If there are any council members with questions for this panel? Council member? With there being no more questions for this panel, this witness panel is now excused. Council, you call up the next panel?
I don't believe there's anybody else signed up to testify.
Okay, if there are no any further public participants who wish to testify, if you've not already done so, please press the raised hand button now. And if you are here with us in person, please see one of the sergeant-at-arms to fill out a speaker card. With there being no other members of the public who wish to testify on Land Use 238 regarding the Health and Hospitals Operating Agreement, this public hearing is now closed and the item is now laid over. Thank you. Sorry. I will now open the hearing for Land Use number 237 for a project at 1093-1095 Jerome Avenue, submitted by HPD for the approval of an Urban Development Action Area and an Urban Development Action Area project and related disposition of city-owned property to facilitate the development of an 11-story mixed-use building in the Bronx in Councilmember Stevens District. Appearing today in this proposal is Astrid Walker-Stewart for HPD and Ron Schulman of Best Development Group. Those who wish to testify remotely must register online by visiting the council's website at thecouncil.nyc.gov/land use. Council, will you please administer the affirmation?
Panelists, would you please raise your right hand and state your name for the record? Say your name.
Astrid Walker-Stewart.
Ron Schulman.
Winifred Campbell.
Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole, sorry, Winifred, did you?
Winifred is not part of this panel.
Did you give a card?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I found it. I apologize.
Okay.
Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in your testimony before the subcommittee and in answer to all council member questions?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Thank you, applicant panelists. Please begin. And for the viewing public, if you need an accessible version of this presentation, please send an email request to landusetestimony@council.nyc.gov. The applicant team may now begin.
Good morning, Chair Hanks and subcommittee members. Thank you for your time. My name is Astrid Walker-Stewart, representing HPD. I'm joined by Ron Schulman, representing the development team, Winnie Campbell from HPD, Susanna Therian, and Derek Lovett from the development team are also present to answer questions after the presentation. Next slide, please. 1093-1095 Jerome Avenue is a 59-unit, 100% affordable new construction project, 18 units of which are affordable independent residences for seniors, also known as AIRS units, with a supers unit using HPD's new neighborhood construction program, NCP for short. NCP is a program that facilitates small-scale affordable mixed-income developments. The project is located in the Highbridge neighborhood of Community District 4 in the Bronx and would be developed as per zoning. The site currently contains 2 identical 3-story buildings comprising a total of 16 vacant studio units and 2 vacant commercial units. The land use actions being for this project are the disposition of city-owned land to a developer to be selected by HPD, and the designation and approval of an urban development action area and project. Next slide, please. The ULURP application was unanimously approved by Community Board 4. After the BP hearing, Bronx Borough President Gibson issued a recommendation to approve this project. And lastly, the City Planning Commission unanimously approved the project as well. Next slide, please. The project is located directly across from Reverend Wendell Foster Park, a 16-acre public park. The surrounding neighborhood features a dense mix of residential, commercial, institutional, and open space uses. It is characterized by multi-story, multi-family buildings, neighborhood convenience stores, and public spaces. It's also within the vicinity of Yankee Stadium and the Bronx Civic Center. The site is also just a few blocks away from transit options, including the 4 and D train and extensive bus network. Next slide, please. I will now turn it over to Ron to provide further detail on the project.
Thank you, Astrid. Madam Chair, good morning. I'm Ron Schulman, Best Development Group. We're representing this team, which is anchored by MBD Community Development and also Lemoore Development. Stat Architecture is the architect. The site, we can go to the next slide, please. The site is, as you can see on the left side, a vacant 2.5-story building, which is dilapidated and not livable. All tenants have been vacated. The picture on the right is the rendering of the new building, which will be an 11-story, 60-unit new construction building taking its place. And there'll be a mix of studios, 1s, 2, and 3, and actually 1 4-bedroom apartment as well. And we'll go through that mix in a second. It's a 11-story building, just shy of 50,000 square feet, and it'll be built under the NCP program, HPD, and a 9% tax credit award, which is a competitive award. Next slide, please. This is a picture of the site plan with setbacks. It's an 11-story building with several setbacks, and the backyard is typical of West Bronx geography. It's kind of unusable, so it's slanted and we can't use it, but the building offers a lot of recreation inside the building. Next slide, please. Site plan of the lobby is a central lobby and 2 recreation areas, one to the right, one to the left, and mail and package delivery, of course, and a central core for the elevator for the building. Next slide. So here we have the mix and types of units and incomes. As Astrid said, this is all affordable. This is affordable to people in very, I think, a very nice mix, hybrid mix of affordability. We have studios, 1s, 2s, 3s, and 1 4-bedroom apartment. There will be a resident superintendent. The breakdown of the units, so you can see, we try to give the community and the community board and council members as many large apartments as possible, and we have 37% apartments are 2, 3, or 4-bedroom. The mix of incomes, of course, is to capture a wide audience in the Bronx, people making all different types of incomes. And as Astrid said, there's 18 senior apartments in this building, which will be on the upper floors. Those will be the 6 studios and 12 1-bedroom apartments. The rest will be for families. So this is an intergenerational building as well as a mixed income building. The size of the apartments, of course, meet HPD or exceed HPD specifications. And we think it's a very handsome presentation, as Astrid said, to be a beautiful building on the Wendell Foster Park across the street. Next slide. I think is questions. So that concludes our presentation. We have architectural plans. We have our architect here if there's any questions or any other matters you want to discuss. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I have a few questions for the applicant team. Can you briefly detail the current building on this site and how it fell into disrepair, and what was the process for working with those past tenants, both in relocation and providing the opportunity for them to move back into this new building if they so choose?
Thank you. My name is Derek Lovett. I work for MBD Community Housing.
Okay, we're gonna
Corp.
have to.
I have to swear you in.
Derek, we're gonna have to.
Oh,
just
I'm
give you
sorry.
The
It's
application. It's fine.
No problem.
Panelists, sorry. Could you raise your right hand and state your name?
Derek Lovett.
And do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in your testimony before this subcommittee, and in answer to all council member questions?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so this was a 3-part question, right? So you're asking, how did it come to be?
Yeah, can you briefly detail how the current building on this site fell into disrepair?
Okay, no, I cannot. But what I can tell you is, when it came to MBD, we were asked to rehab the building. I took a look at the building, spoke to my architect, and said, wow, this is pretty bad. And it's structurally unstable. It would cost millions of dollars to rehab this building, that each building has 8 very small studios. And as a tax-paying citizen, I couldn't justify putting a nickel into it, let alone millions of dollars. So we brought it to HPD and said, hey, listen, instead of us rehabbing this, it doesn't make economic sense. Why don't we take it down and put something, because right now it's an under improvement. As you can see on both sides, there are 8-story buildings, so this is only a 2-story building. So right off the bat, it's an under improvement, and it's dilapidated. So they thought favorably with us. It took us 2 years or more to go from the rehab department at HPD to the new construction department. So that's how we got here.
Okay, thank you. The average household income in the concourse/hybrid community is $38,340, which equates to about 30% of the AMI. So while this building will be fully affordable, the vast majority of the units will theoretically be out of reach for the people currently residing there. Can you speak to the affordability program chosen for this development and how, if at all, you've confronted that challenge of providing units that are affordable to the existing community?
So within Community Board 4, as you mentioned, there is a wide variety of income bands. And this building, again, it's a small building, so it's 60 units. It's not going to meet the needs of everyone, but there's enough of a range that it meets the needs of various household incomes within the community board. The community board actually has, I believe it's the American Community Survey. If you look at it for this community board, there are 25% of the households within Community Board 4 make the incomes that would support a household at the higher end, which this building allows. So this building actually has 25% of the units meeting that income mix. And again, this building is in a very marketable area across the street from the Wendell Forster Park. So it makes sense that this particular development would reach this wide range of households within the community board.
Thank you. I appreciate your answer. So, Councilmember Stevens has also noted that this area along Jerome Avenue continues to be very dark at night without adequate street lighting. Can you describe the lighting and the overall public safety measures that we're going to include with around your building site? And
the architect is going.
So the architect can step forward and we can swear you in.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Thank you. Could you please raise your right hand and state your name for the record?
Susanna Tharians, Principal,
And-
Stat Architecture.
Okay, thank you. And do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in your testimony before the subcommittee and in answer to all council member questions?
I do.
Thank you.
You may begin.
So we have kept the entire ground floor with large storefront windows that have as opposed to a blank wall. And we have lights on every, I would say, 8 to 10 feet on the facade. So that lights up the sidewalk and keeps it with communication with the building. So a lot of buildings along Jerome Avenue have flat facades because of the rock behind, but we have recreation spaces with large windows.
Thank you so much. That concludes my questions. I don't have any colleagues here, so this applicant panel is now excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Council, are there any members of the public who wish to testify on this item?
I don't think so. I'm just checking.
Okay, thank you.
No one is online.
Okay, so if there's no council members have any questions, and would there be no members of the public who wish to testify regarding land use item 237 for 10-93-1095 Jerome Avenue? This public hearing is now closed and this item is laid over. Okay, that concludes today's business. I would like to thank the members of the public, my colleagues, subcommittee council, and land use staff, and the Sergeant at Arms for your participation today. This meeting is hereby adjourned.
No, that was exactly an hour. So I see that the way that I did the